Welcome to the archives. Please enjoy your stay. Today, I present you a true Reddit Let's Not Meet Tale. This happened to me back in 2017. Basically, I'm fairly certain somebody tried to break into my grandparents' house on 2 separate occasions, and the more I think about it, the more I think it was probably the same guy. In February-March of last year, I was 18 and awake at around 10 p.m. FaceTiming my current boyfriend. My grandparents' house has a wooden back door and a concrete porch with a plastic stable door attached to it. My grandfather is judicious in locking both every night and double-checking that they're locked before going to bed. He is always weary that somebody might break in, even though we live in a small rural town in Cornwall, England. I've never questioned it. It always seemed better to be safe than sorry. Growing up, he told me over and over again to always make sure the doors and windows were shut properly before going to bed. I used to forget. Anyways, the dog needed to piss, so I let him out into the garden, and apparently didn't lock either door before going back into the living room. To give you an idea of how the house is set up, it's the living room, the entrance hall, then kitchen with the wooden door, then finally the porch. I was sitting in a chair against the far wall of the living room with my back to the kitchen. The dog, a big, dumb mastiff with severe arthritis, was really beginning to play up. He has these manic, excited fits sometimes where he'll run in circles around the living room nipping at people and barking. This wasn't one of those. I've never heard him be aggressive before, but he started making these long, low, warning growls, and it scared the absolute shit out of me. He took himself into the entrance hall. It's tiled, and he likes to lay there to cool off, and I thought nothing of it. But a few moments later, I heard this enormous sound. By now, I'm pretty sure it was our dog smacking into the kitchen safety gate as he leapt the fuck over it, which, by the way, he should absolutely not be able to do, considering it's put there to stop him being an asshole when we open the front door. It comes up to way past my waist, and remember, he is arthritic. I yelled at him, got up to see what he'd broken this time, and I swear I actually felt my blood turn to ice. Both the wooden door in the kitchen and the door to our back garden were wide open. Because of the dogs my grandparents like to have, the garden is fenced in with about 6 feet of wooden paneling, but fuck me if I was going to go out and check to see if anybody was actually out there. Dog at my side, I shut and locked the exterior and interior doors and stayed up listening. The worst part was, when I had let the dog out earlier, I could have sworn I heard something out there. Even worse, something that still freaks me out. Owing to the way I was sitting compared to the layout of the ground floor, this person would have gotten right behind me before I even knew anything was wrong. Going home a couple of months ago, I'm at uni now, and I was again sitting in the living room. It has large bay windows. At around 3 a.m., a guy comes up to the front door and starts properly hammering on it. The dog, again, emits these very real warning growls and immediately gets up to where I'm sitting on the sofa. I've ordered food and had friends over real late at night. He does not act like this just because there is somebody at the door. He then follows me up the stairs as I go to look out the bedroom window, overlooking the front garden. I open the window and called down to him. Apparently, he had a pizza delivery for us. I told him he had the wrong house. He didn't even have a food bag or anything with him. The only local pizza place is a Domino's, about 20 minutes away. This guy wasn't in uniform and didn't have any sort of vehicle with him. And like I said, he sure as hell didn't have any food. He lingered around for a while after I told him he was in the wrong place. I didn't realize how sketchy the whole thing was until it was over. Thinking about it gives me a bad feeling. I think he and whoever managed to get into the kitchen might have been the same person. My grandparents live in a middle-class area that apparently experienced a string of robberies in the early 2000s, and sometimes I worry that the guy might have been a dog fighter looking to steal Diesel. Dog theft with the intent to fight the stolen animal is a very real problem in Cornwall, and England in general. And Diesel is a massive loudmouth, not exactly hard to miss. Also, my grandparents adore him and post photos of him everywhere. If that's the case, I hope their encounter with him will make them think twice before trying again. Anyway, I live alone now and miss Diesel a ton. This has been keeping me up at night recently, thinking about what might have happened the first time if my dog hadn't have been there, and what it taught me about locking up before going to sleep. I still haven't told my grandparents what happened, because I was an idiot, and I probably never will. They'll never know how great their dumb dog is. So, anyways, fake pizza delivery man, let's not meet.